Welcome back to my kitchen. Happy New Year, and let's be healthy. I have 3 healthy dressings for you to make. They're so easy. We're gonna do it here in a minute, and I'm gonna show you how real quick, and put them together, put them in the fridge, and you will have them, and they are so yummy. They will spice up any salad. You can use them for marinades or anything you want. Our first one will be a balsamic vinaigrette. Then we will do a garlic herb vinaigrette. And then everybody's favorite will be a Caesar at the end. So, let's cook. The first one I'm going to talk about is a balsamic vinaigrette, which is wonderful with tomatoes, beef, just about anything with spinach. It is a very hearty, umami flavor, lots of dark flavors. And so we're going to do that first. But the first thing I want to talk about is our balsamic vinaigrette. And this is the one I buy because it's local, what I can get locally. But the most important thing is to make sure you read your ingredients. It says red wine vinegar, concentrated grape must. And the must is what makes it ferment and turns it to vinegar. 2 things, that's it. That's all there is to it. And then they age it in barrels, and this one says aged in wood. And so there you go. There's several of them on the market that you can get locally, and they can get expensive. This little bottle, I think, runs about $6 in my area, and they can go up to $20, $30, $40 for a bottle of balsamic vinegar. But look in your grocer and see which one you have. Try them out, get you a couple, see which one you like better. They can be brighter, they can be darker, they can be all kinds of ranges of flavor, but they're really, really good for a balsamic vinaigrette. So this is the one you also make your balsamic glaze for your Brussels sprouts with this. It's very simple. Put it in the pan, let it simmer a few minutes, it turns sticky. You can add a little sugar to it, pour it on your Brussels sprouts. Great stuff. And so we're gonna have 1 cup olive oil to 1/3 cup acid. So here's our acid, our balsamic. It's going in. This is so easy. And then I have an 1/8 to 1/4 teaspoon of Dijon mustard, spicy Dijon mustard. I like it, I use it a lot, just to help bring up the spice level and also to add a little bit of kick. And then I have a little non-salt seasoning. Throw that in there. And that is it. We're going to take our whizzer, which this is not for my coffee, this is for my salad dressing, same thing, and put it in there and emulsify it. And we want to see that oil and that balsamic come together and make a nice thick sauce, okay? And that's all there is to it. It's done. It's ready to go, and it's ready to go in the refrigerator. So, there we are. Now we got our airtight container right here. And we're gonna open it up. It has a little rubber ring that goes on there. I'm just going to pour this right in here. Now you can make these individually, but I like to make them all 3 at the same time, stick them in the refrigerator, and I'm done. Because I might want a Caesar salad on Sunday dinner. I might want to have just some sliced tomatoes with a little balsamic one evening. And then my herb, I can put that on anything. I can even use it as a marinade on my chicken. So this one is now ready to go. So then our next one, and we're just gonna go with the same container, and we're gonna come back, and this time I'm gonna use my little green flavor. Has a nice kick to it. And again, it will be 1 cup. Done. Also, this one gets a ½ teaspoon of Dijon, just for the kick. I'm gonna add a little dash of seasoning mix. And then we're going to come over here. I'm gonna get 2 garlic cloves, because I like mine very garlicky, and 1 little shallot. And then I'm going to just dice it up a little bit here. Probably an awful big knife for this little bitty onion, don't you think? And then right through the middle. And then we're just gonna take it out into nice fine little dices. You can have it as chunky as you want. You can leave it in rings. That's what I like to do. And then just chop this up. There we are. It goes in. Okay. Now, here goes our garlic. And I will press this. I want some garlic on my garlic herb. There we go. We're going to add some more garlic to it in just a minute. But yeah, I always, if I really want a good strong garlic flavor, I'll always put in a little bit of garlic powder or garlic salt along with my fresh garlic. I don't know how I learned that, I just do it. So, because it really gives me my garlic I want. Go. So we got all that going on there. And now my vinegar for this one, my acid, is my apple cider vinegar. So we're going to put it in there. Okay? So we got all that going. And for my extra little dash, I'm going to use my Miss Dash. But this one is my garlic herb Miss Dash that I like. And there's no salt in this. So you will have to salt these and pepper these to your taste. I'll put in there a good sprinkle and enough. Boy, that's not. Now see how that's emulsified? You can actually see the color change, and you see the oil and the vinegar come together. I don't seem to be able to get that kind of emulsion with just a whisk. That's why I really like my little whisker, because it does it for me. And my immersion blender will work too, but it's so large for this little bit. So here we go. Now, here we are. Now the third one coming up will be our Caesar. Again, here we go. Snap it shut. It is ready to go as well. Okay. So the next one is our Caesar. And again, we have 1 cup. Now you can always double these, especially if you're having a big dinner party. Now it's empty, so I need to put that on the shopping list. And we're going to add in, of course, our Worcestershire and our Tabasco, which is very traditional. And I don't measure this out. I think I did measure it one time, and in the description box is all the ratios for you. You can go there to look, but I just counted out. So this is 20 splashes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And you can always doctor it up tomorrow after it sits and mingles. And on the Tabasco, it's always 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And there we go. Now, you can use red wine vinegar in this, white wine vinegar in it, but I'm going to put my apple cider vinegar in it because that's what I happen to have in the fridge right now. So that's going in. Okay. So now, again, got my Dijon, and this time we're putting in a whole teaspoon for a good spicy kick. Okay. And we're going to add a large shallot here, and we are going to add 1 anchovy fillet. So I'm going to go ahead and do my anchovy here. Now it will not taste fishy, and I guess you hear that all the time, but it does offer some nice salty goodness. And it will dissolve up, but it is traditional with Caesar to have the anchovy in there. You can use anchovy paste, but it's just the little fillet. Chop it up a little bit, And he's in. Okay. Then I got my big shallot here. I'm putting the whole thing in. Gonna dice it up just like we did a while ago. And it's gonna go. And so you can see on this one how he pops apart. But I'm gonna put both of these in here. Cut it down the middle. And you don't cut it all the way to the end, so it's still attached. Hope you can see that. And then you come down through the middle, make your lines. Probably could use a smaller knife. And then just go straight down, straight through. And when I get to the end, I kind of just turn it over and give it a good chop through. Okay. Same thing here. Do the same thing. I go down. I do like mine chunky. Now I have been known to do this in this chopper or the blender as well, and then you can get it really nice and fine. The whole thing went in. Then I've got 2 garlic cloves over here, and they're both going in. As before, you can do less and you can do more to your taste. And you'll notice I didn't add any salt and pepper to it, but in the recipe it'll tell you S&P to taste. So you taste it and put how much you want in there. And depending on what I'm going to use it on too is how salty. If I'm putting it on tomatoes, I might want it a little extra salty. And for my Caesar salad, which I'm putting Parmesan, which is really salty, so that will also have plenty of salt in it as well. Get you a good garlic press. There we go. Let's get that going around. I'm going to sprinkle in some of this dash. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to whiz it a little bit. Then I'm going to add my Parmesan at the very end. Now, one thing about our parm is we never want to use the one in the can or the one that's already pre-shredded because it's dried, and we want the parm to be creamy so that it'll dissolve into the dressing. If it's dry, all you're going to have is crumbly little pieces of parm in there. And I think it's best to do this. Some people like it powdered, so you can powder it on this side, but I like my small little strands. So when I put it on my salad, I'll still have some. And we want a good half a cup of parm in here. So just go straight down on your grater. And I don't even grate it ahead of time for anything that I make with parm. If I'm making parm, anything with parm, it's always fresh grated. Not even an hour ahead of time. It will dry so quickly. So you will lose that creaminess you have. So there we go. I need about a half a cup. So it's about a 1/4 of a cup. There we go. That looks good. Set that aside. Gonna just whisk that through, and you can taste it and see what you think. If it's the right ratios according to you. I like mine with a little extra Worcestershire, so I might add more. And I might might add more black pepper because I really like my black pepper in my Caesar. So, but that is ready to go. And we're done. Now that was simple, easy. All of this now can go to the refrigerator. So we got balsamic, garlic herb, and our Caesar dressing. Ready to go to the refrigerator, ready for a great salad, a marinade, whatever you feel like you need it for, but you can do this. So enjoy. See you next week.